Hi YouTube. I am feeling particularly stressed. Probably because I haven't been sleeping. I never sleep. Any tips on that would be great. I figured I would share with you a few stress reduction techniques, especially quick ones, because you can use them as needed right there. Okay, the first one, ice pack. This is to initiate the dive response. You can put your face into a bucket of cold water. However, a lot of people find that a bit too much to do the dive response. The dive response, when there's cold water thrust right around our eyeballs and nose, it sends a reaction to our brain that we are diving into cold water, and it slows our heart rate and our nervous system down. Our blood pressure drops, our heart rate slows. This can be extremely useful in an impending panic attack. If you really need to bring it right down, go in the bathroom and put cold water on your face or pressure. Another option is an ice pack. This adorable little thing is a baby chew toy that I keep in my freezer. And you just press it around your eyeballs. Also, as stated before, this doesn't have the dive response effect that stopping a panic attack or an adrenaline rush would do, but it's very cathartic nonetheless and stimulates other areas of your brain. Right at the base of your hairline where your neck meets your skull. This in peace. Turning your cell phone off is also great for a moment of peace. Place the object, cold washcloth, ice, right at the base of your neck and apply pressure. We all know about meditation. Meditation may be a little bit too intimidating for some people, and many people have what meditation is confused. They think meditation is the elimination of all thoughts from your mind. That's not possible. Our mind will always be computing. It's to allow that chatter to become background noise, to not attach to it, to not cling to it. So as a thought comes in and out of your mind, it's not you, you are observing your own thoughts. Just place a category on them, imagining future thought, past thought, memory, action, thought of intention, and forget about it. That's how you start. There's other practices of meditation that are not as intensive as well, and that involves you keep your eyes open and look at something. It's nice to do this outside. I am not outside, because being outside for just a few moments trying not to think of anything and just being in the present moment, out of doors. Let your stresses go, let everything go, and just pause and be outside. Just pause and breathe. Can do wonders. Natural light boosts our mood. You look at something, you sit in a traditional meditative position, which I will not do because I am in a skirt, and you stare at one object. Pick whatever you like. Don't name the object. Don't think in detail about the object. The only thing you're asking yourself to do is stare. It controls your mind from wandering off to the million things you're thinking about, the million stresses. And you stare and you stare and you do not blink. You do not blink. Your eyes may begin to water. You do not blink until you absolutely cannot tolerate it any longer and your eyes fall closed. When this occurs, experience it. Now, a couple of things might happen when this exercise takes place. After you stare at it long enough, everything disappears and becomes a muddied glow, or everything outside of what you're staring at disappears, or the object you're staring at disappears. And as you close your eyes, you may see an imprint of what you were just looking at on the backs of your eyelids from the light, like the flash of a camera. The point of this exercise is the same point of meditating. It forces you to stop for a moment, letting go of everything that's not happening right now, and your overactive brain to focus on just one thing and experience just one thing. It calms the mind. Then you can begin to describe the experience. That is another option. There is something called measured breathing. In measured breathing, you breathe. You always want to breathe through your abdomen because that's how babies breathe, and when we breathe when we're relaxed. So you breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. And as you breathe out, feel your belly button get sucked toward the back of your spine. And it's called square breathing. It's called square breathing because they are in measures that match. So you'll want to breathe in through the nose for 4 seconds. Pause at the top. Hold your breath. Fill your lungs as much as you can. Pause at the top for 4 seconds. Release through the mouth for 4 seconds, totally emptying the lungs and sucking the abdomen to the back of your spine. At the base, pause for 4 seconds. and so on. That actually felt really good. Another breathing technique is measured breathing. It's very similar, but you breathe part way up, hold it, breathe in, hold it, fill all the way up, hold it, release a third, release a third, release a third. So you want to clear all the air out of your lungs. Fill up a third of the way, hold it. 1, 2, 3 seconds. Another third. 1, 2, 3 seconds. Fill up all the way and hold it for 1, 2, 3 seconds. Release a third. Hold it. 1, 2, 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3 seconds. The last third, and completely clear your airway. 1, 2, 3 seconds. Now, with breathing exercises, because people may tend to hyperventilate when they are anxious or worked up, it's another way of focusing down onto what's happening right now and getting your breathing to be out of that hyperventilative state. However, if you're too focused, the approximate measures are what feels right to your body. If you get too wrapped up in trying to do it just right, trying to measure your breath just right, holding, just do it just right, you're just going to get more anxious, and you have a potential to get your breathing all mixed up and trigger anxiety versus reduce it. So bear that in mind with breathing exercises. Do what feels right to your body is what is right. Let's see. Counting. If you're really in a pinch and you just need to chill, you're sitting on transport and you're very, very frustrated, you're ready to slam on your horn at the driver in front of you, you just feel like blowing up. You're not really, you're just at that point, and you can't even relax enough to relax. Counting. Recognize your frame of mind. Take a breath, step back, pause, remove yourself to another area if you can. If you can step outside or step to another room, that's good, or you can just simply zone out. If you're anxious, like at a dentist, and you're looking up at the ceiling, count the little dots in the ceiling tiles. Count anything. Count anything. Count the red cars in front of you. Count anything. And just count. And doing so will bring you down, forcing your mind to work in a logical processing way, pulls you out of emotion mind and into logic mind. And that distraction time lowers that response. There are others, let's see, grounding exercise is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This one I picked up from Fadia. Take a deep breath. 5 things you can see. Monkey, chair, blanket, curtain, 4 things you can hear. Music, fan, cars outside, upstairs neighbor, three things you can touch or feel. Chair under my legs. And really sink into the feelings, really sink into those senses, really hear what you're hearing, look at what you're seeing, feel what you're feeling. Sweater on arms, hair on neck. Two things you can smell. Incense. Coconut oil. Not very well because I have a cold. And one thing you can taste. Even if you're not eating anything, you do have a taste in your mouth. I taste my coffee. It's a familiar taste. So sinking into your senses. Another option is you close your eyes and you, sorry, I gotta make sure I'm not late for my appointment. Close your eyes and you try to tune outward, 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 then inward, inward, inward. With your ears to start if you're just beginning, but begin to incorporate more of your senses. So, for instance, you hear only the sounds that are closest to you in all directions, just in your immediate surroundings, and try to tune out all the background noise. Just what's right in your periphery. And then you try to imagine all the noise, not what's in your periphery, not what's way far away, let's say in the same building you're in. The cars on the road right near you and behind you, the people walking down the sidewalk, the leaves blowing, that's in a slightly larger periphery, while not taking in any of the sounds nearby or far out. And then you try to tune to only the far out noises, a church bell. Very far away car, the wind. There's a lot of church bells going right now. And then you bring it back in, and finally you land on yourself, and you try to hear the inward noises. This can be your thoughts, can be any lip smacking, stomach gurgling. You can do this with your sensations too, to try to be aware of touch all the way around you. Feel your seat on the chair. Feel your back, feel the air on your back, feel yourself seated to the ground. These are just a few techniques for immediate de-stressing. Maybe one of them is useful to you, and my short run of many of them in 20 minutes was a little useful. I prefer to just do one of them for 20 minutes. But I wanted to share, and I feel better for doing so. So, hopefully some of those techniques come in handy. I have things to do that are not filming. I think I'll be going outside and staring at a leaf later. Are you hypnotized yet? You're not breathing hard enough. Bye, YouTube. Less stress. Love you guys.